Servus, my name is Mei, and I'm your host of this podcast. I want to invite you on this spiritual journey to find love and acceptance. The best way to find belonging is through connecting to your greatness. And the moment you start looking inward and taking responsibility for everything that is in your life, you will find empowerment in true belonging. You will be able to recognize wrong labels and boxes that are not suitable for you anymore. And you will be able to find out what your inner truth is. These readings are created to support your journey in finding your true self. If you like the podcast, please give it a 5-star rating. This will give more people the opportunity to find us, or share it with someone who will benefit off of it. Come join us in the Facebook group Messages from a Starseed to meet like-minded people and talk about the weekly energies. You can find the link in the show notes. And now I wish you a lot of fun with today's reading. Hello and servus, my dear beautiful starseeds out there. Welcome to this week's reading for the week of August 19th to the 25th, I think, to Sunday, definitely. Yeah, 25th. We're going to have an interesting week because we're going to have a portal day on August 20th and August 24th. But as usual, I will make a separate reading for those very special days. So let's see how this week is going to look like. For those of you tuning in through the podcast, we have for the personal messages, the rainbow colored flower on the left side, the purple one in the center, and the white one on the right hand side. So just take a moment to feel which one of those is going to be your personal message of this week. Okay, let's get started with the first one. This is a beautiful one. I always like it when that one comes. It reminds us to stop planning too much and to really go moment by moment. Because sometimes it's really hard to, we plan and it's sort of, we try to have everything under control, but sometimes it's important to not control everything and just go really moment by moment. And the second one that's coming in is acknowledge your inner strength. That one is very good because it's reminding us to really dig deep into ourselves and to really remember that we always have the full strength to do whatever we set out to do. So whatever we want to do in life, we have the strength for it. So really put your mind into it, and remember that you have the power to do whatever you set out to do. And acknowledge that, really be aware of it. And even if you feel that you are not having the power right now, that you don't have the strength for anything right now, make a list of the things you've already achieved, because that will give you a guidance as to where your strengths are. That's always a very good practice to do. And abundance. Always remember abundance. I like that one. So this week, concentrate and focus yourself on the abundance that is around you, because maybe you have lost the focus of that, and it's always there. It can be friendships, it can be love, it can also be money, but abundance has so many different faces. You can see it in different image, like different areas of your life. Okay, let's get started with the personal messages. We're going to get started with the rainbow color flower. So whoever did that, you're getting suffering is a choice. So basically remember that you choose in every moment if you prefer to suffer or if you prefer to do something else about it, we have the power in every moment to decide if we want to be suffering, if we want to be in a victim role, if we want to see whatever the universe has given us as something negative, or if we want it to be something positive. And it's also very interesting that it's coming up straight on top of moment by moment. So remember that moment by moment, you can decide if you want to be suffering or not. For those of you who chose the purple flower, let's see what we got here for you. Oh, that's very good. The visual speaks 1,000 words. And that's a reminder to really visualize. What do you want to... and now I'm seeing that it's on top of acknowledge your inner strength. So that's even more beautiful. We are all creators. We can create what we want to have in our lives if we really believe in ourselves. So that's why I love that it's coming right on top of acknowledge your inner strength, because it's giving you the strength. You have the strength. You have the power to create whatever you want. So if you want to create something, use visual effects around you. It could be a vision board. It could be pictures. It could be, really sitting down in a meditation and focusing on what you want to create in your world. And I also feel that this is like, whenever we want to create something, it's always good to bring it into our lives or to acknowledge where it already exists. And, to empower that. So if you want to have more love, for example, you focus more on all the love you already have around you. So if you visualize all that you already have around you, you're actually giving that more power in your life, So that's just as a nice practice for this. Let's go and see what we're going to have for the people with the white flower. Oh, I think we had this one a couple of weeks ago. Live your life. And I like it so much because it's the little reminder that live your life and don't let life live you. I know that sounds a little bit hard, but it's about, you can always decide if you're just, because we always have this thin line between being in the flow of life and actually taking our own action, because I believe that we can actually control where our life wants to go. But if we, it's also very important to follow our own inner flow. So that's a thin line between, just letting go and just let anything happen to you, or actually, taking action and start doing. And you can start doing, and also this, because we also had the other ones, you can start doing by creating visualizations, by creating more moments in your life where you can do that. So this card is really about taking action. So yeah, this is very exciting and interesting, because now I'm actually getting very curious of how we're going to be dealing with a portal day on Tuesday and on Saturday. It's going to be very interesting what those portal days are going to have for us. Yeah, but these are the messages for this week. I hope you like them very much, and I'm very much looking forward to those 2 special days this week. So have a good week. Enjoy what you already have at the moment, and I hope these inspirations, this message for this week, can help you focus and find your focus for this week. Sending you out a big hug and a big servus, everybody.